Right then, you lot, it's a nice Sunday morning, don't know what time it is, but I decided to myself, let's have a restoration project. This is going to be the restoration project. This was Mr. Paul's Bremi BRL210s. I don't think he used them, I think they were stuck under his bench, but anyway, they're a bit like dented up and a little bit rusty here and there. You know, we got some bends there, a bit of rust. So I thought to myself, I'm going to have a look through my little paint box. So I had a look through my little paint box. I don't have many paints left because I've used them all. But I've got some clear lacquer in there. I've got some white primer. But I found some Carplan paint. I don't know what colour it was, but I sprayed a bit and it's black, so that comes in handy. I found some more clear lacquer. And I've got 2 tins. No, I've got a bit in of gloss black paint. So, another one there. We've not got a lot in, but I'm hoping between the 2 of those we might have enough to do the whole case. If not, we've got this one here. If not, I have got some Posidon blue. That was from the old Saxo, Posi Blue Saxo VTR. We could always do it blue, but I'd rather do it black because that's the colour it's meant to be and that's the colour it should be. I have got some white, but I don't know what I've done with the white. But anyway, we're going to do it black. So I thought to myself, well, I've got some paint. Looking amongst my mess of a bench, what I really must sort out, I've got some sandpaper and I've got a sander that I haven't even opened up yet. Why I bought it, I have no idea. Oh yeah, it was to do the garage door, wasn't it? Anyway, I've got a sander, so that means I can sand all the old paint off with the sandpaper and the sander there. Going to give it a good wash and give it a good sand. And also, well, I did have a hammer that I was going to use to hammer out the dents, but I can't find the hammer anywhere. I will find it because I'm going to hammer out them dents. Got myself a block of metal somewhere, it's at the front somewhere, and I'm just going to get me hammer, get me block of metal and put it over it and hammer out those dents, hammer out them little few dents that we've got around here, and then we'll get on to cleaning it up, ready for painting. And it will look nice and sprucey because the front of it, don't know if the lighting's good enough, but the front of it's nice. There isn't any damage on the front of it at all anywhere along there. It's just on the case at the top and on the sides. That's where the damage is. The rust and, you know, chips on the paint. Don't know how old these are. Anyone knows how old these are, let me know, man, because I like a bit of history. I like old equipment, as you probably know. Anyway, so let's take the case off, shall we? And try not to die in the meantime from getting electric shock. Well, there it is. There's my case, the top of it, and there's the inside. We've got that one single valve there, quite dusty. Would explain why it absolutely stunk when I first used it. All that dust in there, man. Not dust. I might try and blow it out with a bit of low pressure air, or the air compressor or something. I don't want to go touching around in there too much though, because I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm inside a valved piece of equipment. So I don't want to go get an electric shock. That would not be a good idea, because then I wouldn't be able to finish off painting it. Oh well, let's go and find that hammer, shall we, and try and hammer out some of them dents. Right, here we are. Got myself a bit of steel, a bit of channel, and because my garage is such a bloody mess at the minute, the only hammer that I can find is this wood hammer, claw hammer. But it'll do the trick, it'll hammer nevertheless. Right, we just put that on there and hammer at it, and it'll bend back all them little dents back into shape before we go about cleaning it up to paint it. As you can see just from that, look at the little chips of paint there from the rust. You can see it better in the daylight outside. So it will look nice when it's finished, and you know, it's nice to see a bit of old equipment being all cleaned up and refurbished. Right, let's get hammering. I'm not going to about a video hammering it because I ain't got a tripod out here, so I'm just gonna do it and then video afterwards. Right, after a short bit of hammering, I've managed to get it not perfect, but it's better than what it was. If you just to run your hand over there now, you can't really feel any dips or you know, the bits of chips of rust and paint get your fingers, but not that one. But there is no actual bumps or dents or anything as such. So I would call that fairly successful. It's better than what it was anyway. So now it's time to go and get sanding, I suppose. This is obviously the first time I've opened up this sander, so it's all got everything brand new inside it. Look at that. We've got in here a little bag, put it in, thingy. I do open it, I like opening up new stuff, so it's all fun and games. I've got a bit of instruction book. I want that. Look at that. Look at that. A mouse sander polisher. And there's already an imperfection. I should send it back. I've had it for months now and I haven't even opened it, so I can't send it back. Hope it works. It should work. I don't know what kind of papers we got in here. What kind of oh, they'll do the job. They're fairly rough, I suppose. Alright then, right, I'm going to put this together. I don't think I've had a video doing the sanding because my tripods are indoors. I might go and get a tripod, I might not. I don't know yet. Let's have a see what I can figure out, shall we? Right, we're plugged in. We've got sort of a not too rough, but a roughish bit of sandpaper on there. So see if we've got any power, shall we? See if it works. It works. Alright then, let's get sanding. Right, I've got dirty hands. I am not 100% finished yet, but we're getting there. The bits that were really rusty, I have gone right down to bare metal with. There's a few little bits I've still got to do. There's a little bit there, see, a bit of rust. But I haven't gone right down to bare metal with all of it because it's nice and smooth now. Everything's smooth. There is no texture to it. It's just all of it is smooth now, really smooth. So I'm fairly confident that the primer will take to it, and the paint will take to the primer. So I'm just gonna finish off getting the little bits of rust around these little edges here and that bit there, and then we'll go on to primering, I think. But it's all really nice and smooth now. It's coming along really well so far. Alright, here we go then. You know, I've put a bit of primer on there. That's what I'm going to put on there. It's not as good as what I was hoping yet. I might wait for this primer to dry and then re-sand a few little bits, because some of the bits where I thought wouldn't show up, you can actually see little flecks in the old paint there, which is a bit disappointing, and I suppose I should have just thought to myself, well, that's going to happen, and got rid of them to start with, but I didn't. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is wait for this primer to dry and then just re-sand those bits where you can see the old paint flecking. I'm thinking to myself now, I should have just grinded it and grinded all the paint off and got it back to bare metal. That would have been a better idea than just sanding it, because the sander didn't really get the paint off. There's thick paint on there, man. It might have even been repainted in the past, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not really happy with those flecks, so I'm waiting for this primer to dry. I might even stick the old paint dryer on, and so it dries quicker, and then I'm going to re-sand those little bits, and then I'll put a layer of layer of primer on those bits, then I'll put a layer of black, and we'll see how it goes, man. It's exciting stuff. Well, me being me, I came in here and just started spraying black on it because I'm a fool. Anyway, so I haven't actually sanded away those flecky bits, but looking at it now, you can't actually see them. So my plan is to do 2 or 3, maybe 4 layers of black paint to try and build up the paint, and maybe you won't be able to see them. So hey, maybe it's not going to turn out as bad as what I thought it was going to. So I've done a thin layer of paint. The key is with painting, spray painting, never try and do the whole lot with the first coat, man. You want to just apply a few, you know, a very light layer. You know, it doesn't matter if you miss bits like that there or whatever, because you don't want to try and do it all, because you'll end up, oh, I'm zooming in, didn't mean to do that, because you'll end up with drips and you know, you want to do it slowly. So you do a thin layer, just a few sprays over it, and then when that's dried you come and do another layer, patch up the bits what you've missed. When that's dried you come and do another layer until you've done enough layers where everything's covered, and then when that's dried you can apply your lacquer. But right, so I'm just waiting for this bit here to dry then, really, and I can come back and do another layer. Right, we're on the third I think layer of paint now. I'm just aiding it to dry with this heat gun because I don't know, why not? I'll bake it on a little bit. Makeshift powder coating. Anyway, yeah, so just yeah, you can't really see those flecks anymore. The paint's kind of covering them up, so hopefully it'll be alright. I'll dry it a little bit with this heat gun, and then I'll just leave it alone then to dry naturally all the way by itself. And then when it's fully dried, I'll apply the lacquer. I'll have a nice bit of clear lacquer on there, make it a bit shiny, and then that'll be done. I'll leave that to dry, and then we'll put it back on the boots and fire them up. Now that's going to smell of really nice paint when it gets hot. So yeah, man, it's coming along nicely. Right, it's been about half an hour now, maybe a little bit more. It's dry to the touch. Still, it's looking quite shiny actually already. But I think it's because I've got that light on it up there, that big light. It's still pretty dark in here though. Anyway, so now it's lacquer time then. Halford's lacquer. So it's quite old, this lacquer. Hopefully it's still alright. It's in a tin, man. Should be alright. Anyway, bit of lacquer. Make it even shinier than what it already is. It does look wet, but trust me, it's not. I touched it. So, lacquer time. Well, there we go. We've had a light coating of lacquer. Wait for the lacquer to dry. And that's it, pretty much done. Looking at the video screen on the camera here, looks a bit weird. I hope it doesn't look like that in the video. Anyway, I'll take it outside and I'll show you what it's like in the daylight when it's dried. Because it looks a bit patchy, but it's not patchy, trust me. It's just because the way the light is on it, I think. I'm actually dying of fumes at the minute, so I'm going to have to get outside. But, yeah, it's looking nice, man. I'm quite pleased. Let's see what it's like when it's dried, shall we? Alright then. Here we go. It's nice. Still got a few ripples, but well, I can't get it perfect. I'm not a bloody panel beater. It's looking good though, man. There'll be a newspaper stuck on the bottom there, but I'll get that off. I'm pretty pleased. Looks a damn sight better than what it did look anyway. So let's go get it back on, shall we? Right then, there we go. Back together. Looking good, man. See if we can get a bit of extra light. Can we get a bit of extra light? Not really. Rubbish. Anyway, looking a lot better than what they were anyway. Look at that. Nice and clean. Don't look new, but at least they look better than what they did. So let's fire them up, shall we? We'll put it on standby. Way. Look at that. Much better. We've got here, a bit of noise going on. Put that squelch up a bit. Anyway, look at that. Lighting up nicely. I was going to try and put some white bulbs in there rather than the yellow ones, but you have to solder them, and yeah, I'm a bit clumsy when it comes to that stuff, so I'm going to leave them. But yeah man, nice and black and shiny now, looking much better than what they were. I can't wait for them to warm up so I can smell them. See if we can get a see if we can get anyone out there. I don't know if there will be. I did hear someone key up a minute ago, but I don't know man. Let them warm up a little bit, let that valve warm up. I might have to retune it because I moved that when I was screwing the screws back in again. So we'll change that to another frequency for a minute. Let's see if I can do this while holding the camera. It'll be a bit difficult maybe. As they warm up, they're going to change. Right, we're looking good at the minute. Let's go back then to the 25. Lovely, thank you very much. Hello, hello, anyone out there at all? Hello, hello, anyone out there? See that valve lit up in there? There's one bit. On the other end. In there somewhere. It doesn't look like there's anyone out there. One more go. Anyone out there? Hello? That meter was also Mr. Paul's. There's no one out there, I don't think. Anyone on 2.5? Hello? Nah. It's dead, but oh well. At least it looks better than what it did, and I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty pleased indeed. It's better than what it was, and hopefully Mr. Paul will be happy with that. Hello, we got someone. Hello, hello. Who's that? Who's on 2.5? Hello? Oh well, they've vanished. Hello, hello. Who's on 2.5? Who's that trying to call out then? Hello?
Hello mate, I'm on 2.5.
Yeah, I know you're on a 2.5. Oh, alright. Mobile. That's alright, you're in Benfleet. Whereabouts in Benfleet? Well, that breaker was mobile, and he was in Benfleet, which is about 15 miles away, but I don't know whereabouts in Benfleet he was though. Nah, lost him now. Oh well. At least it was a success doing that Bremi. So I'm pretty pleased. And tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be older. I will. So today we're gonna have my birthday, even though it's tomorrow. But I've got to go to work tomorrow, so and it's Mr. Paul's funeral on Tuesday, so I done them in advance, so that, you know, he's up there looking, going, them Bremis, they're all nice and new. Sweet dude.